Good morning. Not quite 10. I say that every single week, but I just want to pop on just to make sure that I'm on, and I am, and everything looks good. So if you're out there, you want to pop in and say hello, that would be lovely. We'll wait till 10 o'clock. I'm just perusing my little work area here to make sure I have everything, and I do. So that's all good. So it is Friday. Another Friday. We even believe it? The 25th of March. Holy moly mackerel, Andy. Boy, did this month just zip right by. Jeepers. Yesterday we had a great celebration for my husband's birthday. Went out for breakfast with our best friends, and then we came back and had nice chats and planned our summer trip. And okay, it is 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock right now. Good morning, friends. Is anybody with me this morning? If you are, can you pop on and say hello? So, Friday, the 25th of March. It's amazing. This month is just zooming right by. And with that, a couple of reminders. First of all, to let you know that, let me bring this in here. This is the little mini cut and emboss machine. Cute, cute, cute. There it is right there. And it is, good morning, Nancy, you're awake. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for popping on. That means a lot. She's from California. Colleen, good morning, good morning, good morning. Nice news about baby Adeline. Good morning, Jean. Call me later on, Colleen, or we can talk. Kathy, good morning, good morning. Anyway, I just want to let you know that the Stamp and Emboss machine, the mini, is on sale for another 6 days. And then it's gone. The sale is gone. So it normally is $60, and now it's only $48. So you're saving 20%. So that's a great deal. The retiring list is out. Hurry, hurry! Take a look if there are things that you want on that retiring list. Things are going, especially the in colors, the retiring in colors, the paper, the inks, the refills, the ribbons. Hi, Ree. Good morning, Ree. Good morning. Good morning, Barbara. Yay. Good morning. I have so many friends with me this morning. It's so exciting. Okay, so last week I told you about a class that I was going to do, which could be used for Mother's Day or whatever whatever you want. But I finally got the samples made, and I just want to show you what that is. Let me bring this over. Okay, first of all, let me move these out of the way. This is what we're doing today. But these are the samples. This is the little card pack. And in this little card pack, this is made with one sheet of 12 by 12 designer paper. There's no cutting, there's no adhesive or anything. It's all just hand scored and then folded. So inside you'll have your cards, and this is what the cards will look like. How cute is this? I think this is really cute. I just cut out used the dies from the Honeybee bundle and cut out 2 pieces, one in garden green and one in pale papaya. Then I used some of the corresponding designer paper, put a little bow on it, put that little bumblebee on it, and these go in these little note cards. So this class, you're going to get 5 of these note cards, and the envelopes, and also the package and the wrap, and we're going to make a tag for the outside as well. And then we're going to make 5 of these. Now, isn't that pretty? I love, love, love. This is one of my all-time favorite stamp sets. It's Blossom and Bloom. This one right here. This is all one big stamp, so don't get nervous thinking you've got a whole bunch of stamps, but this is all one big stamp. But anyway, this is retiring, so if this is a set that you're interested in, you might want to check it out and get that. But I did this with the Misty Moonlight ink and crushed curry and some old olive. Put a little thinking of you. These are really pretty. And then look at the envelopes. The envelopes is a lighter Misty Moonlight, and it's lined on the inside. So that's going to be a class on April 23rd. April 23rd. Okay, so I have one other thing to show you today. I want to show you this. This is a little tip. Have you ever had a piece of paper when you cut it and it looks kind of frayed? Now I'm going to bring this up here and see if you can see this. This is kind of tricky. Can you see right here? If I bring that up really, really close, can you see how that edge looks a little bit frayed? Maybe you can see it better on this one. Maybe not. But anyway, when you're cutting cardstock, sometimes the little piece, like right here, can you see that right here? Can you see how that looks a little bit frayed? I'm going to bring that up as close as I can get here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but sometimes it doesn't look like a nice, clean, crisp cut. And the reason, a lot of people think the reason is because their blades are dull. But I'm going to throw out a different scenario. I'm not sure, I'm not convinced that your blades are dull as much as your mat. Now this is your mat. Let me bring this in here. This is the mat that's on your cutting machine. And you can see on mine, I'm going to bring this really up close so you can see. You see those lines? Those lines right there, those are the cutting lines. And what happens is eventually this mat gets worn out and you need to replace this. You don't necessarily need to replace your blades. You just need to get a brand new mat. So that's just my helpful hint for the day. Okay, all right, so whoops, I dropped that. That's all right, I'll get it later. Okay, so these are the cards that we're going to do today. Easy peasy. Talk about easy peasy and great use of designer paper. All right, so this one is a sympathy card using a base of basic white, then a layer of basic gray, and then smoky slate, then white. And then I used the Amazing Silhouette stamp set on that one. I'll show you that in a minute. And this one is using Designer Series paper. You know how I am about geometrics. I love geometrics. So I took this designer paper and cut it into a 3" by 2 and then a 1.5 by 3, 1.5 by 3. So I'll show you that in a minute, but let's start with the sympathy card. All right, so let me bring this out here and let me get all the stuff I need for this. Okay, so whoops, I'm spilling a few things here, don't mean to. All right, so first thing is obviously a piece of basic white cardstock. Cut at the 8.5 by 5.5, scored, and make a nice fold with my bone folder. We love my bone folder. All right, the next thing I did was I took a piece of basic gray cardstock, which happens to be 5.25 by 4, and I am going to just put some adhesive on this. Oh, maybe you can see. Oh, all right, so I don't know if you can see it or not, but right here, see it against the white, you see that little fringy mark? That's because my mat is worn out and I need to replace it. But what you can do is you can take your fingernail and just kind of run it down like that to make it smooth until you can get a new mat. But anyway, that's that story. I just wanted to show you. Because I had a couple people this week, it was funny this week, a couple people this week, one person in particular had already bought new blades for her machine, for her cutter, and I said, you know, you just bought blades a while ago, they shouldn't have run out. And so we talked about it a little bit, and lo and behold, it was her mat that needed to be replaced. Okay, anyway, here's the basic gray. I'm going to put it on my base card of basic white like that. There we go. And then I'm going to take my smoky slate, and again, oh, here's another perfect example. See, I'm obsessed with this. I'm obsessed with this paper that's frayed. So I'm just going to fix that. There are no mistakes, you know. We just fix it. Fix it with your fingernail like that. But I will replace it with a new mat so that I don't have that issue anymore. So let's put this on like this. And then I'm going to put this layer on. And I'm going to put it on just like that, nice equidistant all the way around. There we go. Okay, now the next thing is I'm going to take my piece of white. Now this piece of white is 3.5 by 4 3/4 in dimension. And what I did next was I took this tree image and Old Olive. I like Old Olive. I think this is a really pretty color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp it, and I'm going to stamp it so that the bottom part of the tree comes off of the cardstock, because I don't think, this is one I don't want to be floating. You know what I mean by floating? If I had stamped it so that, let me see if I can show you. So, I mean, sometimes I do have floating images. Let me just take this and see and show you. But I don't like floating images on some things because I think it looks kind of weird. See how that would be? So that would mean the tree hasn't landed. It's not planted in the earth. I like it to look like this much better. That's just my impression. That's just how my brain works. I mean, you can do it however you want, but that's what my brain does. Okay, so let me get that out of the way. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, let me take my envelope and I'm going to ink up my envelope, and then I'm going to ink up the inside piece of my cardstock. I'm going to take this and I'm just going to ink it right down here like this. Can you see that? Oh, you can't. Let me bring this up. All right, let me bring it right here. Now I'm just going to put this like this. Now I'm going to come in and I'm going to ink just the lower right-hand side of my card. Sometimes I use my little sander. Yes, Ree, that works. Yes, Ree. All right, so on this, what I'm going to do is instead of re-inking, I'm just going to huff on this. Just to re-ink and get a little bit. There we go. There. So this is a lighter version, a much lighter version, which I like for the inside of the card. Okay, so that's done. Let me move that out of the way. Let me close this up because once again, I tell you all the time I'm a messy stamper. All right, so then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some adhesive on this. And yeah, the sander works really well. There is another one of those stupid little gnats, plant gnats. We're trying everything we can to get rid of them. Oh, they're so annoying. Okay, so this is going to come in right here on this piece of smoky slate, just like that. And then I am going to get my message. Now my message is going to say with sympathy, and I'm going to use it with the basic gray ink. So here is this. Here's a piece of scrap. Here is my ink. I'm going to stamp it. Oh, I should have done it. Oh, it came out okay though. I should have done this on my PS pad, but I didn't. All right, so there's that. Then I'm going to bring in my cute little mini Stampin' Cut machine, which I've told everybody, again, if you don't have one of these, it's a great tool. You really need to get one. They're on sale until the end of this month. They're on sale for 20% off. It's a great, fantastic tool to have. Very portable and very easy to use, as you can see. So I'm just going to do this like that. And I'm going to put my cutting plate on top. And I'm going to run this through. Doofus! Good morning, Doofus! I know, people think that I probably am being disrespectful from you, Coach, but I'm not. Because we just have a thing. Coach and I have this thing, and, you know, you just have to accept the fact that Coach and I have known each other for a very long period of time. And that's her affectionate name for me and my affectionate name for her. Okay, so here we go. Couple of dimensionals. Pop this on with dimensionals. Bring my card back in. I'm going to put it right here like that. And then I'm going to take one of these opal rounds. I think I'm going to probably take this one right here. And I'm going to put it on just like that. There we go. How easy was that? And there we have a sympathy card. Isn't that easy? Good morning, Jean, and maybe Joe too. Good morning, good morning. Thank you for popping in. So there we go. How easy is that? Very easy, and you can write a nice little message on the inside. Unfortunately, I am needing a lot of sympathy cards this week, and so that's why I decided to do that. Okay, so that's one card for next week. Now let's bring this one in. Okay. So then, again, you know me, I love geometrics. I just love, I don't know what it is, I just do. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I am going to take, let me make my space over here, bring this in, bring all my supplies in. And I have my base. Here is my base that I need to use my bone folder on. I didn't use my bone folder on this. And yes, this definitely needs to have a new mat, which I will take care of. All right, so then I did that. Then I took a piece of basic white cardstock, 5 1/4 by 4, and I ran it through the painted texture embossing folder, which I love. It's really pretty. Oh, look at that. That's pretty crooked. You know what? Let me get my little trimmer here. For some reason, that's a little bit crooked. So we're going to take that crookedness right out with my little cutter right here. Easy peasy. There are no mistakes in Stampin' Up. None, 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 none. It doesn't happen. Look at that. Done deal. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to bring this back in And I'm going to add some adhesive on here. I love this folder. This is really pretty. I don't, you know, it kind of reminds me of ceiling tile, the new ceiling tile, plastering, but I love the way it looks. So let's put this on like that, equidistant all the way around. See how that texture just adds a little bit of extra appeal? I just think it's really pretty. Okay, then what I did was I took my 3 pieces of Designer Series paper, and again, you can use whatever you want. It matters not. And I just, because you can, that's just the way it is. So let's add a little bit of adhesive here. And then, hi Gail Case, good morning to you. All my friends are joining me this morning. How fun. Okay, so here's one piece. I'm going to put just like this. Then I'm going to take this next one and I'm going to put it almost right down to the bottom. You can put it wherever you want. It's how your eye decides whether or not you like these things. All right, so this is going to go on like this, almost to the bottom, but not quite, but I'm going to have it touching this other piece of designer paper, just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put this one on like this, overlapping a little bit, just overlapping there, and then bringing it right close to the edge, but leaving some of the painted texture layer visible. Okay, so that's done. So let me put that aside for a second. Now, what I'm next going to do, which I absolutely love doing, is using, and get this out of the way, is using our Sizzix adhesive sheets. These are just great inventions. So what I'm going to do, in order to get my thanks friend cut out, I am going to use the Sizzix sheet so that this adhesive will be perfectly easy to apply to my card base. So what you do is you cut a piece of cardstock that's the size appropriate for your dies. So here are the word thanks and friend. So this is going to work like this. So what you do is you cut a piece of your cardstock, and then you take a piece of this Sizzix adhesive sheet and you cut this. And then you're going to split it in half. You're going to take off the top layer. You're going to take off the part that says Sizzix and throw that away. And then what you're going to do is, this is all sticky, so what you're going to do is you are going to put this piece of, there's that. I got it. I got that little gnat. I killed it. Phew. Okay. All right. So there. So now the adhesive is on the back of my cardstock. Now I'm going to bring in my little mini Stampin' Cut machine. And I'm going to bring in my cutting plate and my base. And I'm going to put my paper down like this. And I'm going to put my word like that. And I'm going to put this word on like this. Just like this. Push this up just a little bit like that. And then I'm going to take my top cutting plate and lay it right down like this. And I'm just going to guide it right through. And on this time, I'm going to roll it backwards and forwards because it's a little bit thicker. So you want to make sure that it cuts all the way through. And the way you can tell if it's cut all the way through is you look at it and you can see on the base side, the bottom, that it has cut through. So that's perfect. So I take off my dies like this. Oh, this one's coming right out. This one's coming out perfectly. There we go. All right, so this is, I didn't have much to show you on this one. Wait a minute. Let me get this out of the way. So here's the word thanks. So let me take my little pierce tool. There we go. Pick a tool. Here we go. Take this out. All right, so the paper already came off. The white paper that protected the adhesive has already come off. So let me poke out these little holes here. This and this. Get this out of the way. Like that. Oops. There we go. It's very sticky, but boy, does this work nicely. These come in 12 by 6 inch size sheets, and I think you get 10 in a package. There we go. Okay, so here's the word thanks. So I'm going to bring my card back in and make sure I've got it the right way. Yep, and I'm going to put the word thanks right here, just like this. And then press it down, and voila, it's sticking very nicely. Now let me bring this one back in, and see if I can show you. So you just pull this off very gently. It comes off like that. Now, I would not throw this away because look, you've still got an area in here that has adhesive on the back. So I'm going to save that. You never know when you need something that little. So I'm going to save that. All right. So here is again my pick-me-up tool. I'm going to pop these out. Pop this on the letter I, and on the friend, take that off. All right, and now I'm going to take my pick-me-up tool and just lift off this piece of adhesive protective sheet. Here we go, like this. Oops. There we go. And it just very gently pulls off like this, very carefully. Whoops, let me see. See that? You just want to very gently pull it off. And that's all sticky. I don't know if you can see that, but it's sticky, sticky, sticky. And then, whoops. Sorry, sneezed. All right, now I'm going to put friend right here, like that. How easy was that, my friends? How easy was that? And now I'm going to take my Winky. Of course, I'm going to take my Winky. And I'm going to just very quickly go over these letters. You don't have to do this, but I kind of like it because I think it makes it pop a little bit. Wink of Stella is just such a fun tool to have. I go through a lot of them. I tell you that every week. I know I'm redundant, but anyway. Okay, so there's thanks, and here's friend. See how fast that goes? And this dries really quickly, unlike Crystal Effects, which is retiring. Shimmery Crystal Effects is retiring. I put an order last night, so I'll have plenty, because that's another tool that I can't live without. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm going to take the Fresh Freesia ribbon, and I'm just going to take this and I'm going to make a knot, just a knot, a little knot like such. Not a bow, just a knot, just to add a little bit more of an embellishment, a sweet little embellishment like this. And I'm going to take my ribbon scissors and I'm just going to trim this off, and I'm going to trim this off. And then I'm going to take a glue dot and I'm going to put it right, let's see, let's put it right here. And I'm going to lift this up with my pick-me-up tool, that other piece like that. And I'm going to take this little ribbon and I'm just going to put it on like that. There we go. And of course, so how easy was that? Isn't that cute? And then, of course, we have to have a decorated envelope. So here is my envelope. And the piece of cardstock, that the designer paper that I use is 6 inches by 2 1/4. And I'm just going to put adhesive on my envelope flap like this. And I'm going to put my envelope flap down just like that. And then take my little snipperinis and trim this out. And within 5 minutes, friends, we have had 2 cards made. Very sweet, fast, easy, and I think pretty. There we go. Done deal. Okay, so there you have it. What do you think? That one, this one, same thing, except this had a different envelope flap. So these are the cards that we're going to do this week. This one and this one. Monday at any time from 4 o'clock on, and Tuesday morning. So if you're interested in any of these, either long distance packages, or if you want to come to class, I would love to have you come to class. That would be great. So that's what we're doing. So that's it. Now, just a recap for those of you who didn't pop on when I first started. I just want to let you know that the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is on sale until the end of this month. And then that's it. It's gone. And then the retiring list is out. You got it on my newsletter. If there's anything you want, you might want to hurry up and place an order, because things do go fast, especially the current in colors. The 2022 in colors, they're going like hotcakes. So if you want paper, refills, ink pad, ribbons, let me know ASAP. And then don't forget about the class on April 23rd. By the way, I am having, for those of you who don't know, I finally got a surgery date, so my knee replacement is going to be Monday, April 25th. So I'm going to try and get a lot of things pre-done before I have my surgery, so that on Friday I can, hopefully I'll be able to do a Facebook Live. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, this is the class that I'm doing on April 25th. We're going to make this cute little card holder, card pocket that holds, wait a minute, it's upside down, that holds the cards. And these are the cards that we're going to be making. Very, very cute cards, very simple note cards, very adorable. This would make a great mother's gift. And then also with that, you're going to be making 5 of these cards, which is using, excuse me, the Blossom and Bloom stamp set, which I absolutely love. This is it. And using the Misty Moonlight, which is a retiring color. So I thought that was a really beautiful card. And of course, the envelope is gorgeous too. So these would make a very pretty gift. And so that is my class on April 25th. I'm also trying to think in terms of when I can do a mother, daughter, father, son, adult, child class using the kit. What was the kit? The robot kit that I had last week. Hi, Dee. Good morning. Good morning. Are you having your surgery? Yes, I am, Jean Budnick, Milford Hospital. Yippee! April 25th. Yes, I am. I hope you're going to work that night, so hopefully I can see you. I'm very nervous. Okay, I'm fine. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. So thank you very much, everybody. And Colleen, call me. If you get a chance, call me. I want to chat about little Adeline. But anyway, I'm glad things are going well. But anyway, friends, thank you for popping in. It means a lot. It means a lot. And if you could share this video with your friends, that would also help to increase my internet exposure, which is such a... I don't mean exposure. I mean... well, maybe I do mean exposure. Yeah, I guess I do. Anyway, whatever it is in that technological world, it helps me to get more people to come and follow me. So anyway, thank you so much. I hope you can come to my class Monday or Tuesday, or do a long distance package. And I will see you next Friday morning. Okay, be well.